What's up, everybody? Thought I'd got a good rainy morning this morning. It's actually been we've had a couple little storms, pretty good actually, even though we're in the drought. Still, this has been much needed rain. So we've got some rain over the past couple of days. It's raining again this morning, and you know me, I love being out in the rain, hunting, fishing, going to the woods, whatever. I'm just a rain fanatic. I like being out in it in the woods and and all that. So, but anyway, I'm gonna hop down here. I've had this place that's I've always known about it as long as I've been here. I've been in this area since the 80s, pretty much, since we moved up from Florida and various places down there. But anyway, this place over here, it's a small management area. It's a really small management area, but it happens to be on the river. And I don't know, the place has kind of stuck in my mind a little bit over the years, and on occasion I have gone by and kind of to check, if you can get in there, and there's always been like a gate up there. Anyway, I got digging around, thought about it again last night, and this morning I dug around on Google, and I was like, well, that gate's probably closed. It always has been. But I found a road that goes into the backside on the opposite side of the river, and it's actually just a little ways up from the spot I used to fish anyway, but it's just back up in an area that I've not ever been into. So anyway, there's a good chance might be able to get in there and get to it and be able to fish it. I don't know. I've got of course I've got a little 14-foot John boat, aluminum John boat. Ain't nothing special by any means, especially not compared to what some of these other guys have going on. But we'll probably get out and do some, we'll get out and do some fishing in it. But I've kind of been doing some bank fishing here through the spring a little bit, and I'm actually looking to get a wider boat. That's one of the problems with the one that I have now. It's really kind of narrow, and so kind of been shopping around, looking around, trying to find a good wider boat. I don't mind the 14 to 16 foot range. That's actually fine for me. But I like to have a wider boat, more stability. But anyway, so I've been out doing a little bank fishing and kind of getting back into it a little bit. So anyway, I want to go down here and check this place out. See if I can get into this backside. If I can, like I said, it has been raining pretty good. So the water is probably going to be muddy. The water may be up a little bit, or maybe not up necessarily, because again, we're still in a drought, but maybe running a little bit hard. We're here in the mountains, so anytime it rains, the water gets hard briefly. But anyway, I'd like to go over here, see if we can get in the backside. I'm just kind of out scouting. Get over here and see if it's a good spot I can get to, maybe even a spot to take the boys to, or just something, another spot. It's getting hard to find bank fishing areas, these days, and so I don't know. I thought about it again, figured we'd go over and check it out, see if I can get in there and see what it looks like. I'll do some video of it. You guys give me your opinions. If you see some spots that look like it might be a sweet honey hole type spot, let me know. I've never been in here before, so I've been in a lot of places on the river and up here in northeast Georgia. I've been all over the place, but I just haven't ever went to this place, and it's really not that far from where I live. So anyway, let's hop over there and see what's going on. Y'all come go with us. Nice quiet little area back in here. A few houses. I saw a sign back there that said something about private community, but that could be just a section of land back through there. We could come back out of it. So we should be coming up on here in just a minute. We're getting close to the end. This is a dead end road. It dead ends out the river, supposed to. So I don't know. Let's see what we find. Well, I guess that was a no-go. You can see the river there, and the actual beach area is across the way there. There is supposed to be a way to get on that side. I'll have to go back all the way back up around and swing in, but this was a no-go here. I don't know, I might go ahead and slip around and see if maybe that gate's open, or if there's another way to get in there. I don't know. Let's see what we find. Well, that sucks. Come in on this side. It's the first time I've been in here. And I guess the private community thing does apply. I guess the people own the property on the edge of the river, which has become the norm. used to be, years ago, there used to be a lot of spots where you could kind of go to a dead end road and you'd have a little access to the river. You could either get in and swim or fish or whatever you wanted to do. Shaking all over the place here because I'm on this dirt road. But as I was backing up, I could actually see the shoals a little bit. The water's running pretty good, and I actually saw a handful of kayakers working their way down through it. But that whole dead end spot there's private property signs and camera signs and all kind of stuff going on down there. So I just went ahead and got on out there before somebody could come out and became a Karen or a Jeff on me or something. I don't know. But anyway, I do know the other way. So I'm going to go back out to the main road, and I'll hop the other main road, and I'll go all the way up around and see, check that old gate that I know is there. And there actually may be just like maybe a football field and a half's worth up the road. I did happen to see another road, a little dirt road that comes back. So I don't know. We'll swing in there and see if, because there's a little beach area over there, and it actually has its own name. That's a beach area. So maybe it's a spot that you can get to swim in the summertime. I don't know, but it looked like a pretty good hole for fishing. So anyway, let's work our way back out of this dirt road, and we'll swing around and see what we can find on the other side. Okay, so I come around to the backside here, and I actually ended up over at the gate, and there was actually a county deputy sitting there, and I talked to him, chatted with him for a few minutes, and he actually lives just right across the river, he said. And he said he's never really known the gate to be open either, other than a little bit of the quota hunt time. And he said he suggested this other road here, which is the other road I was talking about that I'd saw on Google Maps. So I thought I'd seen another road that came all the way back in here, but looks like we're hitting a road closed sign right here. Let's see if I can swip you around. Yep. Closed to vehicles, quota only youth management area. So I guess you can't get in there to fish unless you walk in, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy. They've got a management area here. I mean, I don't know. Let me flip back around again. The way the management areas have gotten anyway, it gets a little annoying. You pay taxes, and I don't know if I got a spot here to turn around or not. I'm not turning in somebody's driveway. Anyway, see here for just a second. It says don't block the gate, but yeah, it's gotten kind of silly. I mean, you've got so much forestry land, and I know conservation and of course, some of it is because people have gotten into places and they trash them, and they don't take care of the land. They don't, that's become a plague for even the old days of going to a old farmer's pond. Back when I was younger, a kid, you could talk to the local farmer guy if he had a pond, and lots of time he'd let you go down there and go fishing or whatever. And of course that's gotten ruined too, because people have abused the privilege. They've gone in, they've left their damn worm bucket things and chicken liver containers and beer cans, and they go in, they trash the place, and of course now people, they don't want to let anybody in there. It's understandable. But I mean, for people that don't have a boat, you're left with public fishing areas or management areas that happen to have water access of some kind. And, and then you run into stuff like this where, here this place is, and you can't even get on it to go fish. And on top of that, on another subject, just to touch on this right quick, because I've been dealing with this lately, the state of Georgia has gone, I'm sure other states have too, but if your state has, let me know. Yeah, they've gone to putting the QR code things up on the signs, the state park signs. They've gone to putting QR codes up on those, and that's your way of paying. Used to, you'd throw $5 or so in an envelope, stick it in the little green box. It was always a pain in the ass to get the envelope in. But, that's what you used to do. And now I'm seeing the new signs popping up with QR codes on them. And you're supposed to pull up online and pay online. Now around here, you know, it used to be $5, you know, pretty much, but now they've all gone to $10. So even the poor old guy, you know, just gets off of work in the afternoon in the summertime and wants to go spend 20-30 minutes throwing out his line before he goes home to eat supper, it's going to cost him $10. That's ridiculous. Some spaces, like the spot I was at right before I come around here, there's actually a put-in. That location has always been like a place to put kayaks in or a canoe, and it's just kind of had local names, just a put-in place. But I went by there and I noticed there's a QR code sign up, State Park, and I've never even known that area to be part of the state park system anyway. The closest one would be this one I'm at here, and it's not included in that, but yet they've got a sign up now. And I kind of understand a little bit because of the kayakers, you know, yeah, you know, $10 to leave your vehicle parked there for the day to go kayaking. But there is probably a half a mile to 3/4 mile little stretch of the river out there that is fishable from the bank. There's no picnic tables, there's no other type of things there, there's no restrooms or anything like that. So, you know, the guy that wants to stop in there and just walk that and fish it for 30 minutes, you know, it's going to cost him $10. I don't know. Anyway, we're closed here. So, we're going to see if we can get turned around. And the sheriff's deputy actually said he hadn't been in here. He's thinking about heading back over here. I'll run up and tell him it's a short run, brother. It's road closed. Anyway, I don't know. We'll get around here and see what we get into. Well, that one was a no-go. Came in from 3 different directions, both sides of the river. Still couldn't get in there. I don't know. Still out cruising around. I'm gonna go over to this other spot. It's several miles away, but not several. I don't know, probably, I don't know, maybe 15 miles, I guess. It's an old spot I hadn't been into in a while. It is another spot down on the river. It actually has a good size creek that feeds into it right there, and I haven't been to it in a while. I know in the summertime it's kind of a swimming hole kind of spot because there's a lot of big rocks. If we can get down in there, if it's open, I'll show it to you. But there's a lot of it's really a unique place, but it's got a couple little spots there with that mouth that comes out into the river. If we can get back in there, and I'll check it to see, might be another good little spot. It won't be a spot to come during the summer because, as I say, if it's still like it used to be, a lot of folks go down in there and swim, and they've even been being where it's at, how it's kind of a little bit hard to get to. Those locations usually make for, you know, a bad seed every now and then comes in there, and you got to watch what you're doing. But anyway, I'm gonna hop on over here and give it a check. Still raining. Temperature's like 68 degrees. It's nice. I like it. Anyway, let's hop on over here and see if it's open. I don't know. It used to be kind of hard to get down into. And again, I'm in the Tahoe today, and it's just got regular street tires on it. I'm not in the Suburban, so or in the Jeep for that matter. My wife drives she's got one of those big 4-door Jeeps she likes, and I've just never been a big Jeep person, really. I'm just an old Chevy guy, old blue-collar Chevy guy. I can't help it. But anyway, yeah, we'll get over and see if we can get in there. Maybe we can find something interesting if we get down in there. And I do have a fishing rod with me, of course. I usually try to keep one in all the vehicles, so maybe I'll even throw out a line or two. We might get lucky and catch something. I don't know. Let's see what happens when we get on over here. It'll be a minute. Well, the gate was open anyway. Used to come down here a good bit back years ago, goof off. Me and my son, back when he was a teenager, we had this little series we tried to do. It was a kind of a comedy spoof on Bigfoot hunting, and we had these characters built up. We did some video, some of our video back down in here back then. It's called the Appalachian Squatch Hunt. Let's see, what was it? The Appalachian Squatch Society. That's what it was called. It may be still out there on YouTube somewhere. You want to go look it up. It's crazy, and the damn sound, a lot of the sound was sucked on it. We didn't have no microphones. We didn't have nothing. Well, we had a good time doing it. We did a lot of little silly episodes. But Anyway, I don't think I've been back down in here actually since. The road isn't as bad as I figured it would be. There was some people up at the gate area there. They were hanging out with their kid and the dog, and other than that, I haven't really seen anybody in here. But let's get down in here and see what's going on. I haven't been in here in a long time. It's an interesting place though, even if I can't fish or anything like that. I'll show you a few interesting things. Somebody's down in here anyway. This is actually, if you see the sign there, public boat ramp. It says it's really just there's like some steps and stuff you can put in kayak, another place to put kayaks and canoes and such, etc. in. I don't seem to be but a couple people here. Stop in here and I'll show you around a little bit. We'll take a look at it. I'll say this is kind of it's a little small little place, but and the river is up. Surprisingly, considering we've been under a drought like we have. I guess we've gotten more rain than I thought, because normally under normal conditions, a lot of those rocks out in the middle are usually exposed a little bit. Looks like we've got a big old turtle down there. He just shot back under the water. But this is actually a spot on the Chattahoochee. As you can see right here, this is where a creek comes out. I'll show you that in a minute. It's really interesting up through there. A little swing rope. People swim here. Water being up like it is though. And this, I mean, it stays deep right here anyway. You can see the shoals down through there. You can put in a kayak, canoe, go upstream, go downstream. It usually stays pretty good water in here. It is up for now though, and it's usually pretty clear. Of course, again, we've had all this rain, so. But I don't know. I'll go around this other side. It's really interesting on the other side. I'll let you see it. This is actually the Chattahoochee River, and not the parts. I don't generally go to any parts of the Chattahoochee River below like Hall County into Atlanta, because I don't think the water's that good down there. But this is all up here in the mountains. So anyway, let's go back up here and we'll go around this other side. It's kind of cool. I'll show you something interesting over there. Go down this trail a little bit, but you get down here, it's kind of worth it. There's one spot. This is kind of a little swimming spot, a little beach area. A lot of people come down here and hang out in the summer. Bring the little kids. We're not going to go down through there right now. I'm going to go over and show you this other spot though. As you can see, it opens up. This is actually a creek that feeds down here into the river. This is what I meant by being interesting. Got a lot of little pools down in here. Really big wide spot right here. Some folks are out here sitting on the rock. I'm trying not to get them in this, but right over there, you look straight across right there, you see a bunch of stacked rock. And back up in there is an old, you're okay. You're okay, I'm keeping you out of it. I'm keeping you out of it. Right over there is a bunch of stacked rock. And that used to be old moonshine spot. They had a little spot that was hid back up in there. And there used to be an old smokestack. Had like a little fireplace built in there. And they had rocks on top that would help divert the smoke so you wouldn't see the smoke as it rose up above the trees. So, but and sometimes you can get across there to it. And it's just an interesting little spot right there. But this is a really cool little spot here. And this is just right above where I just showed you there on the river. It's a good summer hangout. Some people have come in here and obviously done some graffiti here and on the rocks out here a little bit, where people have done stuff on it, unfortunately. But it's a really cool spot. Like I said, it's a big swimming spot in the summertime. not so much a fishing spot really, but down there on the river, as it goes out here, it goes all the way out to the river. It's just a short walk, and that takes you out to the river, and of course you can put in your kayaks and stuff. Anyway, these people trying to enjoy their day. I don't want to bother them too much, so I just thought it was an interesting spot to show you. I stopped and talked to there was a couple there, and a young couple, and they had never been here before, and they were just kind of having a little time out there on the rocks, and I stopped and chatted with them for a minute, and they asked me, if I'd ever been here before, so I kind of give them a little bit of the history of the place, and showed them the rock thing over there where the old moonshiner used to have his place, and nice couple, young couple. They were up here from Atlanta trying to escape all that craziness down there. He even spoke about what I had just said earlier about, the river being down there where they live. They live just off the 285 bypass, and he's like, it's there's constant noise, constant light pollution, and he just said it's been so nice. They've been up here for the weekend, and they've really enjoyed the nature. That's what it's about. Anyway, I told them that there's a little trail that walks up through here. It's a nice little walk there. I think they're going to head up there, and they were good folks, so good young people. Anyway, that's what this spot looks like. Showed you a little bit there. I'd say ain't really a bunch of nothing. No good fishing or excitement necessarily this week for this video, but maybe it gave you a little escape, and you got to get away from things for a little bit and see a few cool sights. It's a really cool little shoals back there. That's really nice. Anyway, let's see if we can get on back up out here. It's kind of steep getting out here, and again, I'm in the Tahoe, so but anyway, we're showing some rain for this week, so I may get on into may get the old suburban, throw some things in the Suburban this week, and go try to do a good rain camp up on the mountain up by a creek. Do some rain camp and cook, and see what happens from that. I enjoy being out in the rain. I enjoy rain camping. It's just so peaceful to me. But anyway, we'll see what we can do with that. Probably go here. Let's see, this is Sunday. Got some work tomorrow, so possibly Tuesday or Wednesday evening maybe. Got a decent amount chance of rain, so be a good time to go. So anyway, that's the video for this week. Getting out scouting around, trying to find some cool places, old places to go bank fishing. We may come back here one day, and I'm still gonna keep looking around for some other spots, and then of course we're gonna get the boat out on the water, and I'll probably go do some catfishing and stuff like that. So anyway, until next time, hope you enjoyed the video, and peace, love you, come go with us.